Influencer marketing has been growing like a weed the past few years. Tons of e-commerce brands are using it, but there is still a lot of confusion in the marketplace about how influencer marketing works, what it is, and if it actually works. So we're going to go through 7 influencer marketing myths that are just not true. So number 1, audience size is everything. Lots of people think if you can choose from, let's say, 10 different influencers, you always go with the influencer who has the biggest audience, and that's all you look at. Well, that's just false. You don't want to do that. There's lots of ways influencers and anybody can generate fake followers, and also sometimes influencers can build a big following but then not engage with it, which means that audience isn't as qualified or as good as another influencer who has an engaged audience. So things you want to look for are, number 1, fit or match between your brand and the influencer. You want an influencer who is stoked to work with your brand, and the audience is not just large enough to get your message in front of, but also a really good match for your target audience. You also want to work with influencers who engage with their audience and don't just promote stuff all the time. You want people who are offering real value to their audience, and then every now and again they are promoting goods or services that would be a good fit. It's not just about the audience. Number 2, influencer marketing is only about sales. Sure, influencer marketing can definitely drive sales. However, there are lots of other benefits of working with influencers. You can have them create content, and then you can take that content and amplify it across paid media platforms. And quite frankly, that can be where you can get the best value out of influencers lots of the time. So yes, you can have them build awareness and sell for you by promoting your product in front of their audience. You can also have them create content that you can then amplify. And there's also other ways you can work with influencers to help them provide testimonials and reviews and product feedback and all sorts of other stuff. It's not just about sales. Think about partnering with an influencer and being open and flexible with how you work with them, and you can get lots of value that's not just them promoting your product and generating sales for your business. Number 3, influencer marketing is not different than other marketing channels. You need to test, analyze, and optimize over time. Don't think that you're going to launch an influencer marketing campaign and all of a sudden, without doing any testing or optimization, it's going to kill it from the start. Can it happen? Maybe, but it's just like, the odds of launching a Google Ads campaign for the first time or a Facebook Ads campaign for the first time. It might work pretty well, but you're going to be able to make improvements over time by analyzing and optimizing. Working with influencers the same way. You need to tweak your messaging, the influencers you're working with, the platforms you're on, the products you're having them promote. Lots of different things can be optimized over time. So it's just like the rest of your marketing. You need to test, analyze, and optimize, rinse and repeat. And that's how you build a really solid influencer marketing program. Number 4, lots of people think that working with influencers is easy. Some people will think that they can just contact a few influencers and then, simple as that, they can send them product, pay them some money, and then everything is going to work out perfectly. Quite frankly, that is very, very false. Influencer marketing takes a lot of effort. There are lots of touch points along the way that need to be dialed in, or things can go wrong very easily. So communication has to be persistent and consistent, and the match between the influencer and agency or brand needs to be pretty tight. There needs to be clear expectation throughout the entire process, and there also typically should be lots of guidance on that content creation, posting schedule, all that. There's a lot that can go wrong. It's not easy if you haven't done it before, so that's where working with experts who have done this before can really make a big difference. Number 5, the 5th myth of influencer marketing is that influencers will promote anything. Once again, that's not true. The best influencers out there really care about their audience and they care about their personal brand. So they're only going to promote products that they believe in and that they think will help their audience. Because if they don't do that and they start promoting products that they don't believe in, 1, it's going to come across as not authentic. And 2, if their audience doesn't like the products that they're promoting, their audience is going to leave. They're going to lose their audience, and that is their moneymaker. They need their audience in order to generate an income through being an influencer. So make sure that when you're doing outreach with influencers, you are aligning with influencers who are a good fit And if they don't want to work with you for some reason, that's okay. There's lots of influencers who will if you approach them the right way and if you have a product that actually solves a problem for people. Number 6, it's strictly business and it's just a transaction. Not true. Influencers are just like your customers. They are people. If you treat them well and get them excited about what you're doing, they will go the extra mile for you. If instead you just treat it like a transaction and it's very curt, then they'll likely do what you have negotiated to do with them, but it's not going to be as good as if you really built a personal connection with them. So make sure you are building those relationships with your influencers. And the 7th myth of influencer marketing is that it doesn't work. We hear this from a fair amount of people that doesn't work, and that's just not true. Influencer marketing can make a huge impact on generating sales, creating awesome content, building buzz, helping to launch new products. There's so much value influencers can bring to the table. You just have to work with them the right way. You have to be open-minded and strategic with how you're working with each influencer. You need to build win-win relationships, and influencer marketing can be an amazing part of your marketing stack. You just have to do it right. So there you go. There are those 7 myths of influencer marketing. We hope that helps you understand the influencer marketing landscape a little better. If you need help with your influencer marketing, get in touch with our team at Brand Hopper Digital. We do influencer marketing all day, every day for e-commerce brands, and we'd love to connect to see if it's a good fit for your brand. See you on the other side.